enemy. Because me, as Dutch originated person, we live behind dikes, so we know what water is and what it can do. Because water can be your best friend in the right setting where you can enjoy it, but it can be a huge enemy when it's out of control. And that also applies to drinking water, whether we have it from the tap or where it comes into sewerage. That same applies to our poultry sheds. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about. So we want to look at a new mindset that will generate new results. Let's rethink poultry watering, because it's, in our opinion, not about drinker flow rates. Catch cups expose birds to harmful pathogens, and pathogen-free water plus dry floors are the recipe for successful results. Now, the common struggles and things we see around the globe are caked wet litter houses underneath the drinker lines, and if it's really bird health in various forms, you'll have increased foot lesions, you'll have the growth of bacteria in your houses, Salmonella, E. coli, all things where you want to stay away from. And these common struggles that we come across are a direct result of operating systems based on static flow rates. And static flow rates, in our opinion, are designed for the human emotion, for the human finger. And it's irrelevant to birds. And I'm going to prove you where that comes from. Nature, they will scoop up water and they will work their beaks to work that water down their throat. So in other words, they need gravity for that water to flow down, because they cannot swallow that water. Like you and I, we can swallow, poultry can't. So that's why we say poultry needs heads-up drinking. If that bird is positioned in the wrong way, the water will be discharged and fall into the ground. And I have never seen a chicken chasing that drop to catch it yet. If we have over excess of water, it will waste. And now here it comes. Because we say birds drink dynamically. They're not drinking statically. I have never seen a bird that goes up to a drinker and holds up that drinker pin and starts drinking. They're drinking dynamically. They pick and release, and that's how they activate the drinker and have the ability to ingest water. 2 milliliters per second. Now you imagine a bird's beak. Let it be a day old. Let it be a full-grown bird. And you tell me, does that fit a bird's beak in 1 second? So now we know. All right. That's the assumption. Now let's look at the truth about flow rates. But what it comes down to, if we measure those drinkers with high flow rates, and you've seen the devices that are used in the market, we hold up that trigger pin for 1 minute and it will discharge a quantity of water. And in this trial, we've seen that this drinker on the right-hand side provides 3 times more water than the drinker on the left-hand side. So, that these birds, I hope I'm going to do this correct. Right, these birds with the high static flow rate drinker that provides 3 times more water haven't been able to consume the water in half an hour's time. But the birds with the Ziggity drinker with dynamic flow have been able to consume the water. So that teaches us that flow correlated to dynamic flow rate. Birds don't drink from a running flow of water. It's a distraction. Like I said, birds drink dynamically. And as you can see here, if then the farmer has to increase his pressure settings to follow the mandates of breeder organizations where he gets his breeds from, you'll see that there's a lot of water spillage. And that's, you also see that in broilers, full grown, but also on day-old chicks. If we have so much water discharge, there is no possibility for that bird to ingest that water. So, used from the breakdown of uric acid in the presence of water. So, a pressure on your entire immune system, all because of the presence of ammonia in your house. Are you managing your flow rates in your poultry houses, or is the flow rate managing you? With a result. But there we go again. Catch-up systems are full of bacteria, full of manure, and it's levels of 0. Looking at those obstructive bacteria-laden catch cups, we know that birds will drink from it. And my comment to each and every farm manager and farm owner is always, if you go into the house, the water that you're feeding your birds, feeding that chicken. So now ask yourself, why are catch cups used? We say that our birds need more water, so we choose for drinkers with high static flow rates. But we have spillage and wet floors. As we say, let's give them more water so they can compensate, and we go around again. Breeder operation. Dry friable litter will help you in reducing your ammonia, will help you to control your water consumption and your end product, both in breeder operation as well as broiler operation. Edible feed, sellable feed. And maybe you say, we don't eat feed. I've had them. Have you had them? They're nice, I think. And that's the graduation that you have there. And good hygiene, no ammonia, and as a result, sellable paws, and with sellable paws, we have sellable birds. With a reduced water consumption and a thought of the environment. So conclusive, as said, it's not about static flows, it's not about catch cups, but it's about pathogen-free water and dry floors. On behalf of Ziggity and USA, I say thank you very much for providing us this opportunity to do that.